Hi, this is Kathianne Lewis, and here's a faith lift. And this faith lift is actually a practical lift, because if you have faith, you take action. Now, if you're not taking action on something, if you're not content within yourself, if you don't have an attitude of expectation, then you need to go back and develop your faith. And you develop your faith by consciously connecting with the divine in your way and praying in your way, whatever way that is, that Spirit ignite within you your innate faith, because faith is like a spiritual muscle. We're all born with it. Some of us develop it and some of us don't. But this is not about faith. This is about what will let faith grow, and also a reflection of, do you have faith? And that is to take steps, to make progress in a direction. Many, many years ago, oh wow, I've been around here for a long time. So I'd say it was maybe 25 years ago. There was a woman, I remember it being so clear. We were in the old building on Sandpoint Way before we'd built the newer sanctuary, and we were in the bookstore. And she was telling me about how she wanted to travel and she didn't have any money. There just was no, just running out of money. And I said, well, you'll travel if you start saving to travel. See, money is currency, and it flows where you give your attention. And so she was encouraged by me to set up a travel account. Not necessarily a separate bank account, but just an area of her finances that she would put a little bit of money into whenever she had it. And that would be the money she would use for travel. Well, she took it to heart. And that woman travels. That woman travels a lot. It worked. There was another gentleman who didn't really have a reserve account. So if something happened, he was going to have to charge. And that was just putting him in more debt. And so I said, well, start to have a reserve account. Don't call it emergency, but just call it, this is my stash. This is my, if I need it, money. And he said, well, I don't have much, but he started putting away $5 a week. And pretty soon he found that there was more that he could put in there. And then pretty soon he found there was more that he could put in there. And pretty soon, I was so proud of him. He said, in 2 years, I've saved over $5,000. So that if something happens to his car, if he needs a new computer, if he needs a new iPhone, if he wants to take a trip, he's got the cash for it. Whereas before, he never thought he had the cash, nor would he ever have the cash. I also put away money for travel. I also put away money for retirement. And I just noticed that when I've got a little extra hanging around, what I used to do was spend it. If I had an extra $30 or an extra $40, I'd say, well, what'll I spend it on? I got this extra money. Now I put it away, so that if I choose to take a trip, I can take a trip. If I choose to do something, I've got a household account so that Tim and I could just, we had to replace the pump in our well, and we already had the money. I just encourage you to look at it that way, because sometimes we go unconscious and we say, oh, look at this extra money. Or we go unconscious and say, well, I'll never have. Well, start to have by putting away. I know, let's call it the have accounts. Put it away in your have account. I have money to go on vacation. I have money for my house. I have money for my automobile. Have accounts. That's what we'll start. Have accounts. And it's because you have faith in your future, and you have faith that that money will multiply itself. If you have it now and you put it in a have account, you're going to have more. I mean, honestly, it's the way it works. But it will only work if you work it. Bye for now.
I am to sing of the glory of God.